Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're into old school duty pistols and you're tired of the polymer pistols that all feel the same, today we're going to talk about one of the toughest service pistols ever made, the Smith Wesson 40-06 TSW. We're going to talk about the history, the specs, the range performance, reliability, variants, and why so many people still love this pistol. Stick around. Heavy? Absolutely. Outdated? Maybe in some ways. But irrelevant? Not even close. The 40-06 series launched alongside the 40 Smith & Wesson cartridge in 1990 and quickly became a law enforcement favorite. It is the cartridge thought to nicely bridge the gap between 9mm and 10mm. The TSW variant, short for Tactical Smith & Wesson, evolved the platform with upgraded features like an accessory rail, reinforced construction, improved internals, and ergonomics. The first thing you notice when you pick up the piece is the weight. This is an all-stainless build, weighing in at about 37 ounces unloaded. She feels incredibly solid in the hand. The machining is excellent. The slide-to-frame fit is tight, and the controls just have that classic 3rd Gen Smith feel about them. The wraparound grip is surprisingly comfortable in the hand for such a large double-stack all-metal gun, especially for average to larger size hands. This gun definitely has that overbuilt feel to it. One of the most famous users was the California Highway Patrol, which adopted the 40-06 TSW as its duty weapon for years. And the model that we're showing off today is a CHP trade-in. CHP specifically wanted a rugged, reliable sidearm that could handle high round counts and harsh duty use. And honestly, that reputation still follows this pistol today. Alright, let's talk about some specification. Here's what you're getting with the standard Smith & Wesson 40-06. She'll be chambered in 40 Smith & Wesson with a 4-inch barrel, an 11+1 capacity, double-action, single-action trigger system, all stainless steel frame and slide, ambidextrous safety and decocker, Novak-style sights, and she's going to weigh in at about 37 ounces. With the TSW model, you'll get the decocker only, the bobbed hammer, and an accessory rail up front, improved ergonomics and internals. And yes, this thing is heavy compared to modern polymer pistols, but that weight is actually one of the reasons the gun shoots so well. A lot of police trade-in guns look rough externally, but still function perfectly after decades of service. Now this is where the 40-06 really shines. Despite shooting the 40 Smith & Wesson, recoil is surprisingly soft. Because the gun is so heavy, it absorbs a lot of the snap that people usually associate with the 40 caliber pistols. Honestly, it shoots closer to a metal frame 9mm than a lightweight polymer 40. Muzzle rise is low, follow-up shots are fast, and the gun feels incredibly stable. Accuracy is also excellent. This gun is capable of much tighter groups than any other duty pistol I've ever fired. The single-action trigger has a crisp break and a strong reset, which is very quick. The double-action pull is long, but generally smooth and predictable. This gun is also very, very reliable. I've only had just maybe a couple malfunctions, one that you'll see in the shooting footage of this video today, with some crappy ammo. But after scrolling through the forums, the phrases I've heard mostly associated with this gun are boringly reliable, indestructible, and built like a brick. And honestly, that reputation is deserved. These guns were engineered for law enforcement duty use first and foremost. Thousands upon thousands of rounds, no problem. Hard use, no problem. Neglect, although I wouldn't recommend it, usually still no problem. The only feature some shooters dislike is the magazine disconnect safety, but mechanically these pistols are extremely dependable, and that magazine safety disconnect is something you can disable pretty easily. Now let's talk about some of the variants. Smith & Wesson made several versions of the 40-06 platform. You had the lighter alloy frame 40-03 and 40-43, the double action only 40-46, and the highly sought after 40-06 TSW, which is the model that we're showing off today. But I believe the Shorty 40 or the Tactical 40 is probably the most sought after of these versions today. Now how does it compare to modern guns today, say to the M&P, Beretta 92 FS, the Beretta PX4 Storm? I mean, it's heavier, lower capacity, less modular, it does not have an optics cut, and the standard model doesn't come with a rail, but I do believe they had aftermarket bolt-on rails, but my TSW model does have the rail on the front there. But what it does give you is durability, recoil control, and that classic all-metal service pistol feel that a lot of modern guns just don't have anymore. And honestly, that's why people still love these. All right, here we are at the range with the 40-06. Nice feature on this gun is the bobbed hammer. The decocker only, this is not a safety. So it just decocks the hammer. And I'm carrying her once again in this VersaCarry leather holster. Probably can't see it, but... All right, let's put some shots down range. I got a couple pieces of steel hung down there, and I'm gonna start with the double action trigger, which is actually really nice on this gun. One little critique I have is the magazine release is very small. I'm gonna see if they have any extensions out there for these types of guns, these 3rd gen Smith & Wessons. If you know anything about that, leave me a comment down below and let me know. I'm aiming for the very top part of that. Going a little faster there than I'm comfortable with. Dropped a couple shots, but this gun does a lot of the work with that trigger. It's nice. Very nice. Malfunction! What do you do? Tap and rack. Rack. Double feed?
Yeah.
Alright, so what do you do in this case?
I don't know. I pushed that back, but I can't hold it. I don't have enough hands, and my fingers aren't long enough to reach.
Yeah, so you kind of have to change your grip. Pull it back to the locked position. Oh, it is locked. Drop the mag. And was that just... Oh, you got a live round in there. Failure to feed. Very, very rare malfunction. What's that?
I got a line on it.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Oh, that was not where I wanted to aim. I mean, look at that shot. All over the place.
Did I tell you this gun's very accurate?
Yeah, I didn't hit the GoPro.
That's good. both gonna do mag dumps.
Yours was good, except for that one.
Yeah, there's always one.
Yeah.
That gun's almost more accurate than your rapid fire. When you learn that reset.
Yeah. Like where you go and bang, yeah.
Yeah, it's such a...
I mean, those shots weren't bad. Those are actually better than my first ones.
Such a light, crisp trigger.
Yeah.
And the reset is fantastic. This was carried by a CHP officer for years. So he obviously did some trigger work to this gun because it's fantastic compared to the 6906.
Yeah.
This trigger is where I want to get my 6906 to. It's almost cheating with this trigger. Just all right there in center mass. As fast as I can pull that trigger, and she just comes right back to the point of aim. It's nice. All right, so now let's try some water jugs with a 180 grain jacketed hollow point from Hornady, American Gunner. Don't want to drop my mag in the mud. Yeah, buddy. 2 rounds left. Ah, just missed it off the left edge.
Hit me.
Did I get you?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. That was nice.
Yeah, that one is a smooth
That is
shooter.
fun. Yeah, that's a nice one.
All right, we're back from that fantastic range day with the TSW 4006 from Smith Wesson. This pistol represents a different era of handgun design. Back then, duty pistols were built to survive decades of abuse, not necessarily to be lightweight or modular. And because of that, this gun still stands out today as one of the toughest .40 caliber pistols ever made. So if you appreciate old school craftsmanship, smooth recoil, reliability, and that all stainless, absolutely indestructible feel, the Smith & Wesson 4006 may be for you. I want to thank you for watching this video. If you like what you see here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Give me a like, and as always, feel free to comment. Until next time, this is the Gun-Toting Pacifist. Stay active, stay alert, and stay armed. Yeah, buddy.